What is up? We are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide. It's the best one, Donnie here, back with a brand new episode of Hot Takes. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, and you're not a part of the thousands of subscribers, the best way to support us is by hitting that subscribe button now, turning on the post notifications. Videos be coming out of nowhere like an RKO, and of course you already know, the grind is real. And today's topic for Hot Takes, I'm going to be giving you guys my hot takes on Austin Theory's failed cash-in with the Money in the Bank contract. In case you guys don't know, on Monday Night Raw recently, Austin Theory cashed in his Money in the Bank, not on Roman Reigns. He cashed it in on Seth Rollins, who is the United States Champion, and failed, which there's been a lot of backlash and stuff going on with, that booking decision for Austin Theory, because of course, at one point, he was set for a very bright future and literally got buried on Raw. But before we get into that, there is two quick hot takes I want to talk about. There was a report, I believe a couple weeks ago, that Peter Avalon, in case you guys don't know who he is, you probably don't. He's a part of the AEW Dark roster. He wrestles a lot of dark matches and tends to lose a lot. There was a recent interview saying how he had a chance to go to WWE and he chose to be with AEW. And my quick hot take for that is a load of monkey crap. No way in hell do I believe Peter Avalon had a chance to go to WWE. He did nothing in his AEW run except for being known for that big, long losing streak that he had with, I believe, Brandon Cutler. And them two, had a match on Dark to get whoever can get the first win. That's all Peter Avalon is known for. No way in hell WWE is looking at him when there's other brighter stars out there. Nick Aldis. And my second quick hot take I want to talk about before we get into Austin Theory is Tyrus, which you guys probably don't even know who the hell Tyrus is. Well, if you watch WWE in the PG era around 2012, Tyrus, that is Brodus Clay, the guy that used to come out to Somebody Call My Mama. He just won the NWA World Championship, and my hot take about that, which I feel like a lot of people are going to agree with my hot take, maybe not, and maybe I might be wrong, because I haven't really tuned into NWA, so I might be a little biased, but I feel like it's disrespectful for Tyrus to be the NWA champion. He is not that good. If anything, Tyrus at best is a mid-card talent that doesn't deserve a mid-card championship. I feel like this was a horrible decision from Billy Corgan, and the fact that pretty much he's saying that he'd rather have Tyrus as the NWA champion and rather have him in the National Wrestling Alliance than Nick Aldis, that just tells you everything and why probably NWA is not on television, or I don't even think they're even on YouTube anymore with their regular episodes. And it's sad because I want to see NWA succeed. I want to see all these wrestling promotions succeed because as a, wrestling podcaster, I need stuff to talk about, and I want to see all these wrestling companies strive and, succeed. And I was a fan of Billy Corgan's vision for NWA. I still believe in it, but the more things are happening, like having friggin' Tyrus winning your NWA championship, and we're talking about legends in the business, like Ric Flair, Harley Race, all of these talented Hall of Famers have held this prestigious championship. Even Nick Aldis at one point made that championship so prestigious and had all the eyes on it. That's the 10 pounds of gold. And now you are giving it to a guy that literally does Fox News now. Absolutely pathetic. You see a lot of it, and then, there's going to be some people that are probably like, oh, well, they gave Trevor Murdoch the championship. Well, Trevor Murdoch is actually good in the ring. There's the difference between Trevor Murdoch and Tyrus. This was a absolutely horrible decision, and I know there's a lot of NWA fans that are not happy with like the way that Tyrus has been getting booked, because he's been getting booked very strong, and like Billy Corgan keeps trying to put a rocket on him, and the rocket's not even going up in the sky. If anything, the rocket is defective, and a lot of the fans are sick of it. But let's talk about NWA and Peter Avalon. Let's get into the topic that you guys, are here to listen to, and that is my thoughts on Austin Theory's cash-in fail on Monday Night Raw. I did not like the decision whatsoever, and I know there's reports that came out after what happened, which I'm not surprised that these reports came out afterwards, because a lot of people were, backlashing, this decision for Austin Theory's, cash in. Pretty much Triple H, this was like the final thing that Vince McMahon, had on him, because of course Vince made the decision to have Austin Theory win the Money in the Bank contract, and Triple H felt like the Money in the Bank contract was holding Theory back to what he can do with him now. And I don't care. Here's what I think should have happened. And if you, We Are Wrestling Maniac, and, you have been following us, you know how I feel about this whole thing. But this is, to the new We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there. And this is just an Austin Theory video, basically, so I can give my thoughts on my entire process to why I don't like this booking decision whatsoever. Here's what I would have done if I was booking Austin Theory's Money in the Bank contract cash-in. So, with, NXT, we did see Austin Theory make an appearance on there, which a lot of people were speculating that Austin Theory was going to cash in on the NXT championship, which is exactly what I think should have happened with him. He should have cashed in on the NXT championship. And I know my co-host on the We Are Wrestling Talk Show, Danny, he disagreed with that. But Danny goes on to say that Austin Theory needs a character change. He needs to, get away from the phone, this and that, and be more serious. Well, if you are going to revive your career, the best place to go to is NXT. Because here's a perfect example. Mandy Rose. She right now is the longest reigning NXT Women's Championship holder, and she has, she had a decent main roster run, but nothing crazy. And, she made the decision to go back to NXT and revive her career, and that is exactly what she did, because she put herself in a better situation, so that after, this incredible run that she's been doing with Toxic Attraction, they can go to the main roster and probably have a very successful run. I can definitely see Mandy Rose now becoming a future Raw or SmackDown Women's Champion, with the way that she has, changed her career around. And Austin Theory, I believe he needs to have that change. Because, of course, Vince McMahon, he had big plans for him, and we did this whole, pretty much like this whole character change with Austin Theory. And, trying to sneak away, and, doing the phone, being, corny, and, pissing people off. They need to, scratch that, and I think what they should do is NXT TakeOver towards WrestleMania. Braun Breaker, defends the championship against, I think it should be Donovan Dijak. I think that it should be Dijak versus Breaker at, the TakeOver. Breaker retains the championship, and then Austin Theory's music hits. He cashes in the Money in the Bank contract on the NXT champion and wins the championship. And he gets to go back to NXT, be the top heel over there, and really, change his, career around over there. Because I think with the main roster, the reason why Austin Theory is lost in the shuffle is because there's already a lot of talent on the main roster that Triple H has bigger plans for. And the more people Triple H is going to bring back, the less Austin Theory is going to shine. Because let's be honest, if you think Austin Theory is not talented and he does not have what it takes to be a future WWE champion, then you need to go back and you need to do some research, because this kid can perform in the ring. This kid has the look, he has the charisma, he has it. And that is why I believe Vince McMahon pushing him was a good thing. And a lot of people definitely disagree with that hot take right there. But I really thought that Austin Theory had everything it took to become a future WWE champion. And I think the best thing that Austin Theory can do right now is go back to NXT. Well, now not anymore, because the best way for him to go back to NXT, he could have cashed in the Money in the Bank and won the NXT champion. And it really pisses me off, because if you were going to have him fail the cash in, why didn't he cash in on Roman Reigns? It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And, of course, why... This is why I think it was a bad decision, because if you really, look back at what Vince McMahon has done, because we can't forget what Vince McMahon did with Austin Theory, because it already happened on our television screen. Vince McMahon was pushing Austin Theory to be the next WWE champion. So him going for the US championship makes absolute no sense whatsoever. And I feel like there is nothing that's going to change my opinion about this horrible booking decision. Austin Theory should have cashed in on the NXT champion and had a great successful run with the championship. He could have put over some of their top baby faces over there, and they could have elevated to the next level. And Austin Theory could have definitely used a little bit of a character change over there, being more serious, so that when he gets back up to the main roster, he is ready to become a friggin' WWE champion. But unfortunately, that's probably not going to happen. Now he's probably going to be a mid-card guy at best, which I will say Triple H has done a very good job with, elevating the mid-card championships and actually making them feel like they matter. Especially Gunther with that Intercontinental Champion. I cannot believe how prestigious that championship is. I am more invested in that Intercontinental Champion sometimes than I am with the WWE Universal Championship. The US title is also doing really good as well, but I really am more invested in the Intercontinental title right now, because it's been a very, 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 very long time since we've had that championship be prestigious and actually matter. I'm just very disappointed overall with what happened. I know a lot of people did not like Austin Theory because Vince McMahon wanted to push him, and a lot of people didn't like Vince McMahon decisions with creative and backstage stuff. And I feel like the more we're seeing the Triple H era, the more people are starting to a little appreciate what Vince McMahon was doing towards the end of his run. I still prefer Triple H's creative over Vince McMahon's any day of the week. But a lot of people, at first they criticized the whole Gunther name change and what they were doing with Gunther. And now a lot of people are very happy with what Vince McMahon did by changing, Walter to Gunther. And now, he is friggin' making that championship awesome and awesome and awesome every friggin' week. And I love it. But here's the thing. I feel like Austin Theory was not one of those bad Vince McMahon decisions. I really think that Austin Theory was set for success. And now I feel like it's going to be very hard to, it's going to be so hard for them to, fix what they did. Because remind you, he did not cash in on the WWE Championship. He cashed in on the US Championship. And with, the booking and, him being pushed, he should have definitely won the US title if that was the case. But I feel like him going for the US Championship, it made absolutely no friggin' sense whatsoever. And it pisses me off because Austin Theory is so young. He is the future of this business, whether it's in WWE or AEW. Austin Theory should have definitely not gotten buried there. And I want to see what the hell is going to happen moving forward, because I feel like Triple H, really put himself in a corner, and now he is going to have trouble getting out of that corner with Austin Theory. But let me know in the comment section below, guys, what your thoughts were on the Austin Theory failed cash-in. I think that this is probably the worst Money in the Bank cash-in of all time. But let me know what you guys think. Maybe there is something I'm missing out. I also did see reports as well that he was going to hold the Money in the Bank contract until Money in the Bank and panic the last couple hours. That would have been fine with me. But him going on random Raw and cashing in on Seth Rollins made absolutely no sense for Rollins and him. But if you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Hot Takes, make sure to smash that like button now. If you're not a We Are Wrestling Maniac yet already, subscribe, turn on the post notifications. The links are down in the description below. You can go follow me on my social medias and other YouTube pages, all that down below. And of course, to all the We Are Wrestling Maniacs out there worldwide, we are taking over. Peace.